Hello and welcome to the channel. Tom here, and today we're doing an unboxing of the Skaven Bright Scamblers. So this is the Skaven team that's been released on the same day as the other three. Quite looking forward to having a go with these. I've never played as Skaven before. Interesting, very interesting. So let's first of all have a look at the boxes. It was quite decent artwork, I'd say. Shows the contents on the back. Obviously we've got the Skaven team transfers. I'll go into detail a little bit about them when we get into it, but I'm very happy to see that they've definitely included them. So in the box we get 2 blitzers, we get 2 gutter runners, 2 throwers and 6 linemen, 3 different sculpts for them, so it's better than having just the standard ones like the old sets used to be, where you used to get like 2 different sculpts for the linesmen and they'd all look the same. You get 6 balls, 2 of each, so apparently there's different rules for these. I haven't quite had the chance to look them up yet, but these are obviously the warpstone balls, and I imagine they do different things when you catch them or when you throw them. We shall find out about that. 2 Skaven team tokens, so you obviously use these for your turn tokens and for the flip at the start of the game to see who goes first, and 2 reroll counters. Since you're getting 2 of each, I'm going to imagine that you get 2 sprues of the same. Makes sense. But it just means you've got spares, which is again handy if you lose them. So, let's have a look inside, get this open. Oh, everyone loves that bit. Oh. There we go. So obviously you've got a team of 12 in here, which is enough to get you going for your 11-man team plus a spare player. Ooh, these ones aren't coloured. In the actual set, the Humans vs Orcs set, the sprues are coloured, so you can get away with them straight off the start. So you can just use them out of the box, you don't have to start painting them straight away. And you can start getting a couple of games in, just so you can see the difference between the 2 teams and you're not looking at different, the same coloured plastics. But anyway, on to the sprues. Since there's only 3 teams out, the advantage of that is as well, obviously these are grey, so you could technically do it with these, but I imagine when the rest of the teams come out they'll be all this colour as well. So let's have a quick look. So there seem to be a couple of more different parts to these ones than the other ones. The ones in the standard set are 2 pieces just snap fit together. I think these ones look like you have to glue them. Oh no, the square slot there. Maybe wrong about that, I'll say when I come to put them together, but there's a fair amount of detail on them. And then obviously, as predicted, one exactly the same. Slotted bases. The other interesting thing to note about these bases are there's an extra hole. What that is for, if you haven't learned already, is the balls have got a peg. So anyone who played the old style of Blood Bowl knows when you're putting the ball on the bases, sometimes it's a bit of a nuisance to try and get your fingers in and get it out, whereas this you can just put it in the slot at the front and leave it there and pick it up, and obviously you're not chasing after the ball like your team members are, trying to find out where it's gone because it's knocked off the base. So that's something that I'm quite happy about as well. A couple of little improvements to them. And the models look fantastic. I mean, just look at them. I mean, he's even got the ball in his tail. That right there is just great. Transfers. So you get a nice load of black ones at the top and a load of white ones at the bottom. They are the same. So obviously the white ones are a lot harder to see in the camera, so we'll take a look at the black ones. The other thing that I find great about these is, you'll notice along the bottom, got one for your linesman, one for your thrower, your blitzer. Rat Ogres, unfortunately you don't get one in the box set. I imagine they're going to be released separately, along with the rest of the big guys, as the humans don't have the ogre yet, and the orcs don't have the troll yet either. So these are to go across your bases, so you can go, okay, that's a gutter runner. So if you're playing against someone who hasn't played against Skaven before, they can go, okay, that's what that one is, that's that one is. So they're not constantly asking each other, what's that, what's this, what's that, what's this. So that's another good thing. Obviously you've got different team symbols here. You've got your numbers, you number your guys, which is very important because obviously they're all different. When you're playing league rules, that's something we'll cover in a later video. Then we have the Destructions Manual. Very typical Games Workshop style. Quite very basic since there's obviously not a lot to really go with them. So they seem to be like generally 2 or 3. Don't know, 3 pieces a guy I think. So quite basic to put together. Obviously there's only 6 different ones because there's 6 different sculpts. And the important part, on the back we've got the rules for them. So we've got the Skaven Bright Scramblers rules. So this is the rule set you use up the box. When you're playing league rules, obviously you've got $1 million gold to spend, which you've got the cost down here at the side. But if you want to play the team out the box and not go through making your own team, it's got the quantity here, it's got the skills, it's got the amount of team rerolls and the fun factor already worked out for you. So your team value is already spent at $1 million gold, which is quite handy. Death Zone in Season 1 is already out at the same time as this. So if you've got Death Zone, you already have these rules in it, but I don't believe that it's already laid out for you to have the team, the pre-built team there. I imagine you're going to get one of these in every box with every team, which is great because normally you don't get nice little things in the boxes, but especially on an instruction manual. Next, we've got the dice. These were quite hard to get a hold of simply because they sold out really quick because they are fantastic looking dice. I've already opened them, as you can see, simply because I needed to get a look at them. So, pick one up. Lovely translucent green with Blood Bowl symbol on the 6. Nice like goldy sort of brass colour. That's your obviously standard D6, you get 2 of them. You've also got a very important part, you've got 3 block dice. Again, the same sort of style. So there's your defender stumbles, pushed, attacker down, defender down. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. Sorry, it's both down. Where's defender down gone? I've just had it. Oh, there. Sorry, there we go. Defender down. Obviously, that's what you're looking for when you're making a block. So you get 3 of them. You've also got your D9, like D8, sorry. D9, where am I getting that from? Your D8, which is obviously for your scatter rolls and stuff like that. The numbers obviously started like Skaven, so it's quite a nice little touch really, because I was expecting dots or just standard numbers, but they give it the sort of jagged look that the Skaven writing's got. And it's exactly the same story with your D16. Your D16 dice is used for your player of the match. After every match, one of your players obviously gets to want to play the match. You don't get a pick, you roll your dice. So player 9 would have it in this instance. If you don't have that number, obviously just re-roll it until you've got the number you need. Wait, not the number you need, the number you have, sorry. So that is the Skaven Bright Scramblers and dice. Overall, quite very impressed with the contents of the box, especially for the price. It's only £20 for the team. I was expecting it'll be a lot more than that because the original teams I believe were 40 when they were metal, off the top of my head. And for what you get in the box compared to what you got back then, you get the same amount of figures. But I don't believe the transfers were anywhere near as good quality. You've got the new style bases. Obviously they didn't have the dice before. The dice are fantastic. If you can get a hold of a set of them, definitely worth it. Because every single team's going to have their own. And they just go so well with the whole Skaven and the Warpstone theme. which is fantastic. So let us know what you think. Leave your thoughts and criticisms in the comment box below.